Malaysia is an incredibly diverse country containing many different ethnicities, languages and religions. People from each ethnicity had generally retained their ancestors' cultural customs. As a result, Malaysian society accommodates a rich variety of lifestyles, beliefs and values.
The majority of Malaysians are Malay. There are around 51%. All of them are Muslim, which explains why the ethnicity is commonly referred to as Muslim Malay. Their predominance is reflected in the official religion Islam and language of the country. The largest minority groups consist of Malaysian Chinese, generally Han Chinese, who make up 22.6% of the Malaysian population, and Malaysian Indians, majority Tamil, who make up 6.7%. Many members of these groups are descendants of laborers that migrated to Malaysia in the late 19th and early 20th century during British colonial rule. Some now have third or even fourth generation roots in the country.
Aboriginal ethnicities make up 11.8% of the population. Though they are a minority of the national population, they are the majority in the less urbanized regions of East Malaysia. Being the oldest inhabitants of Malaysia, these Aboriginal communities often have traditional languages, religions, and customs particular to their tribe. The biggest indigenous group is the Iban, with a population of approximately 600,000. There are also smaller groups of Bidayus, Kadazan, Dusun, and Bajau, among many others.
Malaysians love to celebrate everything in life. The fact that our society is a melting pot of vibrant cultural diversity and religious tolerance makes it obvious that many Malaysian celebrations evolve around these rich traditions.
Two things about celebrations in Malaysia should be noted. Firstly, almost all celebrations are open to all, free for all to attend. Secondly, unlike many Western celebrations, most Malaysian celebrations had no fixed dates on the Gregorian calendar, as they are based on a lunar or Islamic calendar. So, if you ask a Malaysian Chinese what date the coming Chinese Lunar New Year falls on, he will probably scratch his head to ponder. It's advisable to check the local Malaysian calendar for the exact dates.
Take a look at this checklist of celebrations. Witness their amazing atmosphere, colorful vibes, and delightful joy, and discover why Malaysia is truly a nation of celebrations.
The most significant celebration celebrated by the Malay Muslims in Malaysia is Hari Raya Aidilfitri. After a month of fastings, Muslims around the world celebrate the end of Ramadan and the beginning of Shawwal, the 10th month of the Islamic calendar. It is a time for forgiveness and blessings for friends and family. The celebration is determined by the sighting of the moon. During this public holiday, the balik kampung phenomena is always anticipated to clog up highways from the cities to rural outskirts as folks head back to their hometowns. Morning communal prayers, gaiety, open houses, and of course a lot of scrumptious traditional Malay foods are highlights of the celebration.
Malaysia's second largest racial community is Chinese. Hence, the Chinese or Lunar New Year celebration is one of great significance. The celebration stretches for 15 days. It begins with the homecoming family reunion dinner on the eve of the New Year. Then, it culminates in the Spring Lantern Festival of Cap Goh Mei, when single ladies throw mandarin oranges into the sea in hope of finding their partners. The buzz is in the villages and homes where red is the color of the day. New red clothes, red lanterns, red decorations, and of course, red ampao packets filled with money. Spectacular dragon and lion dances, toasting of Yi Sang, an arsenal of fireworks and firecracker explosion add color and rhythm to this celebration throughout the day and night.
They call this the Mardi Gras of celebrations. This is a Hindu religious celebration performed with grand street processions and smashing of coconuts in homage to Lord Murugan's victory over the evil spirit Surapedam, and is a much anticipated, unique, and colorful festival in Malaysia. It is said that the temples are situated on hilltops as Lord Murugan's abode is on the hilltop. Therefore, It is not surprising that the two hotspots for Thaipusam in Malaysia are at the 272 steps leading up to the temple at Batu Cave, Selangor, and at the Waterfalls Temple on the Penang Island. For Hindus, it is a day of redemption and cleansing of sins.
An unusual Egypt pagan celebration that honors the spirit of the rice paddy, Bambazon, is performed by the largest ethnic tribe in Sabah, the Kadazan Dusun, at the end of their harvest season. This tribal community annual celebration gathers villagers and paddy farmers from all over the state at various venues to perform rituals, rites of cleansing and blessings. Colorful and intricate ethnic costumes are adorned by traditional dance performers. A great amount of regional tribal food, including homemade rice wines, add to the spirit of this two-day celebration.
The state of Sarawak too has a tribal version of Harvest Festival practiced by the Dayak indigenous group. Most of the tribal rituals and rites of this festival are performed at the communal longhouses in which several families live under one roof. Ceremonial offerings to the gods of harvest are performed and usually culminates in the recital of prayers and the sacrifice of a cockerel. This month-long festival showcases an amazing display of tribal costumes, traditional dances, endless ethnic food, and multiple open houses.
These many different celebrations are what make Malaysia a unique country. When Malaysians know how they are diverse and feel comfortable with the diversity, they can then start to see their similarities and find even more common ground.